wouldn't know. He said something like, "My wife asked me to get a fruity drink for her, and I just don't know what to get." Then he said, "We just got married." I said, "Congratulations." He leaned in with his ear and said, "What?" And I replied, What I didn't realize is that he must have hovered his hand somewhere on my back as he leaned in because I didn't feel it. The next thing I know, Regina runs up behind me and yells while pushing the guy and I apart, "What the hell are you doing?" Why do I feel like this is a setup? I was stunned. I said nothing. She yelled, "Why was he touching you?" I replied, "He wasn't." I got up and turned around toward the area Greta was sitting, and I just stood there. I didn't know what the heck just happened. After standing there for a couple of songs, trying not to cry, I tell them I'm going back to the room. I do just that and cry myself to sleep. God, these are such assholes. The next morning, we get up and get ready for breakfast, and we start making our way to the buffet. I'm still in shock from the night before, so I'm not really talking to anyone, and I allow them to walk ahead. Regina holds up until I reach her. We start walking when she looks at me and asks in a nasty tone, "What made you think it was okay to ask that girl to dance last night? Is she your mother? Why the hell is she questioning you whatsoever?" I stopped and looked at her and said, "She was the woman that the comedian was making fun of. She walked into the nightclub and I noticed she wanted to dance, so I invited her over. I was raised to include people, and I surely didn't think any of you would mind." I pushed my feeling deep down inside, something I have become familiar with over the years. 80s night happened the next night, and I enjoyed letting the all too familiar songs fill my ears. I danced. I allow the music to wash over me as I momentarily forget the night before. Wednesday morning, this is where things got a little crazier. 2 days before, Monday, the day of the attack, from Regina George, the ladies wanted to eat breakfast in the main dining room, so Sally and Regina went ahead of us, three to be sure to get a table. Then we left maybe 5 minutes later. We get on an elevator and Greta pushes the button. Down we go. She must have pushed the wrong button because we somehow ended up in the empty area. We step out and see a door to our left. Greta tries opening the door because the restaurant should be nearby. Instead of the restaurant, the door opens to the coolest Havana style cigar bar. We walk through admiring the now empty bar. "This is so cool," the three of us say. "Oh, wow, look at this, look at that." We move forward and go through to the other set of doors that leads to the restaurant. Now back to Wednesday morning. We agree on eating in the main dining room again, and we all go together. Greta pushes the button and it opens on the wrong floor again, but we knew where it ended, so we move forward. I didn't say anything about the cigar bar we were about to go through because I thought, oh, Greta wants to show them our find. We walk in. Sally and Regina have the same reactions we had 2 days earlier with wows and how cool. I said, "Yeah, that was what we said when we walked through here a couple days ago." Greta stops for a second, says, "What are you talking about? I've never been here before." Then she looks at Jesse and says, "Have you been here before?" Jesse on cue, "No, I've never been here before." Greta looks at me and smirks. "I don't know who you were with, but it wasn't us," and walked on. I was stunned. It was with both of you. We just came through here 2 days ago. See, not only are they mean girls, I swear to God, they're probably trying to take pictures. They probably set somebody to come over to talk to you at the bar so that they could then take pictures and send them back to your man stating that you're cheating. It's where my gut is going right now. The rest of the trip was a blur. I was somber most of the time and kept my head down and quiet. We arrived back home. I didn't know how to process what had all just happened. When my husband asked about my trip, I simply said, I will never go on a cruise again. I was afraid to tell him about what had happened. Who would believe it? So I let it sit with me for the next few months, and by doing so, led me to having panic attacks, issues sleeping, and crying for no reason. I finally got the courage to tell my best friend, and she encouraged me to tell Jim. I was scared too because he's always waved off the way they've treated me. I told my mom and sister, and they also encouraged me to tell Jim. So I finally did. He was understandably upset, but in disbelief. I waited another few months until I finally had the nerve to tell Regina's mom, Aunt Sandy. Once I told her, everything blew up. I made the mistake of saying, I wonder if she attacked me because I asked the young lady to dance or because she was black. That was the worst thing I could say. I am not, nor have I ever been racist. But I now understand why these ladies are so mad at me because I said that. However, I was still a victim in the situation. Wait. So, after a few months, when you're still trying to figure out why Regina attacked you that night, and the only thing that was different between you and the other person happened to be the color of skin, and since nobody was telling you why they were being, uber cunts to you, you had to guess and you mentioned that. And now somehow, even though she attacked you, they're the victims. Oh my Lord. No. Sunday, I planned a meeting with them to get it all out in the open, hoping the truth would come out. My husband was in the room, so I don't know if that stopped them from telling the truth or not. Let's just say it was horrible. In short, they all claim I am making it up, and now my husband has asked me to seek professional help. What I tell you, you were getting set up. Why? Because he believes that it may have happened in my head due to taking Dramamine. He believes it to have been an emergency medical situation or allergy to the Dramamine that caused delusions. Oh my God. Is he the one taking the Dramamine? Because he sounds fucking delusional. Oh my gosh. It may have happened in my head due to taking Dramamine. He believes it to have been a emergency medical situation or allergy to the Dramamine that caused delusion. I took the medicine as directed, nothing more. He says that I am a creative person, so I was having delusions, but they were internal, so the ladies didn't know it was happening. The fuck? His claim is his cousin Jesse has never lied, and he has known her his entire life. I have also not lied, but I guess since I've only been around 22 years, that's different. Mind you, Jesse is the same one who gaslit me about the cigar bar, but whatever. I feel the worst about his aunt. She is so lovely, but she's so upset about all of this. Regina says she is crying a lot since I told her. Maybe she's crying because she knows her daughter's an asshole. Now I am to start therapy and deal with my past. Even if the therapist says I went through this, my husband has said that he believes it was an emergency medical situation that no one realized I was going through at the time. I started taking Dramamine Sunday evening and will continue for the next few days as I did on the cruise to prove I was and am lucid the entire time. FYI, I'm still lucid, no reaction yet. Funny, Jesse brought a book to my husband for me to read on Monday. It's a book on healing or something like that. I didn't want to see it and told him where she can shove her book. I think she may be feeling guilty and nervous, so this makes her feel better about the situation. I would love to use her nervousness against her to make the truth come out. Any ideas, my internet friends? I don't know where my life will lead, but I have a lot of thinking to do. Oh my God. Number one, the family you married into are horrible. Absolutely freaking horrible. So, you've been with your husband for 22 years, and this has been going on. And oh my gosh, I know you said there's a lot of things you didn't tell him, but he is going to sit there and tell you that you're the delusional one because these girls ganged up on you. I'm starting to wonder if maybe he's looking to get a divorce and ask these girls to help you feel crazy so that he could try and get you documented to make it easier to get out the door and maybe get custody of kids if there's any. I don't know. Or whoever raised all these heathens had nothing but mean girl energy, and your husband got some of that mean girl energy, because that is some bullshit to be sitting there saying that Dramamine made you fucking delusional. Really? Ugh. That's just, there are no updates at this point. Wow. You need to get away from that family. They're cuckoo cuckoo, but you're just as bad if you're staying there with them.